So I don't diet, and here's why. So like many of you guys, I was pressured at a young age by media, by what I saw in magazines or TV. Growing up in LA, it exasperated everything. So insecurity started really young. I do remember at age 9, I stopped eating candy, and one of the reasons was I knew sugar would cause weight gain. And I think it started to grow more in like an insecurity way in high school. So like you obviously know, high school is full of hormones, full of like trying to please. I just felt like I had to constantly try to prove myself. I had to always be skinny. In high school, I only ate one piece of toast right before track, and that was all I ate all day. Not nutritious for me. It started to get even deeper in college. This was the first time I was on my own. I had no one watching over me, telling me when to eat, what to eat. I went to USC, so in the middle of LA, with the wealthy and the fashionable, and I was so eager to please and so eager to be skinny that I took even more extreme measures. I limited myself to maybe 600 calories a day. I started working out a lot. And I mean, I was like a chronic fainter, and I thought that was normal. Like, kicker was when I was in line at Subway at one point because I hadn't eaten for a day and a half, and I actually fainted in line in Subway. Like, my friends made so much fun of me for that one. At this point, along with stress, with partying, with so many different changes, I started to get a lot of digestive issues, and these digestive issues started to get to a point where I would get really nauseous, and this is where I developed bulimia. I did not tell anybody, but I'm sure it was obvious to some where anytime eating anything, I would run to the restroom. The signs were there, and like it did not help my digestive issues. I felt like shit. I wasn't eating. If I did eat really healthy. I understood what healthy was, but I was not my best. This was not even like the end point. I was okay with all of this. It wasn't until I graduated and I bought myself a trip for 6 weeks to Europe. My digestive issues were so bad at this point that I remember being so desperate and running into pharmacies in these different countries where I couldn't communicate with them. There was this language barrier, and I was trying to act out how I felt, and I was just so desperate for any type of relief. That was like last straw. So when I came home, I actually found a community of people who focused on wellness and fitness. So I grew up as an athlete. I loved being fit. I loved the gym. And these were people who did it in a healthy mindset way, where it was about feeling great. It was about having mental strength. It was about having a great relationship with food. And this is the first time that I started to shift. I remember so clearly the day before, I was just at such a breaking point where I didn't feel like anything would change. And I hated looking in the mirror. Well, that just helped me realize how food can fuel me, like can feel good. I will never diet. I eat about 6 times a day. I really focus on eating nutritious food. When I started to work on myself, it wasn't overnight, but over time, I really felt the difference. This totally ignited my passion for helping other people with habitual nourishment, with having a great relationship with food, with self-connection. And there's so much greatness inside of us. But if we limit ourselves to low prana foods, that's the ceiling. But when we really fuel ourselves and just live freely, we have so much potential.